Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litsa and this is Coco and this is our podcast number 17. Thank you for joining us today. Before we get started, as always, Coco is going to get a little treat. It is afternoon tea time for her after all, and I do have one of her favorites, a little piece of apple. As we all know, she enjoys this, and it is a warm day, so this will cool her down. So I'll just pop her down on the floor and then we can continue with our chat. There you go. She's such a good girl. Thank you so much. I hope you're all very well, and thank you for joining us for a little crochet catch up of the last week, what we've been up to. I have got a few little things to show you, including some finished objects and a whip or two, and just a little chat about other little things that are happening. So where shall we begin? Okay, let's start off with something that I'm so happy that I finally got to start this. Meet my friend Dana. She has joined our little Crochet Corner family. She is absolutely gorgeous, and I have to share with you that she is an animal lover, so I am so happy that I got her. She's an 18-inch doll, and I got her on Amazon, and the reason why I got her is because I've wanted to make doll clothes for so long. I've been watching everybody else making them, and the very first pattern that I've chosen, of course, is by Pamela's Adoring Crochet, and here it is. It's a little dress. The only thing that's missing is a tiny little button on the back, and I will be popping one on there as soon as I can. And she also has a beautiful little headband. I didn't make her the shoes that come with the the little tutorial, but I may do so in the future. So I'm just going to pop her down and give you a little bit of information on the pattern and the yarn that I used. So I'll pop my glasses on just one moment. So the pattern is, as I said, one of Pamela's, from Pamela's Adoring Crochet, and it's the, I hope I say it correctly, the Evelyn doll outfit. So it comes in two parts. One is where you create the actual outfit, and then the second tutorial, part of the little series, you create her little headband, and if you wish you can make her shoes as well. She's got a little bit of a glare on her there. How about we pop her there? Now I use my very favorite, which it does call for a yarn, about this ply. So I use the Spot Saver 100% acrylic, and in the color pink. It is a beautiful pink. And then I teamed it up with this for the trim, and this was just out of a bag of millions, and it's sort of like as the grey mixed in with the various pinks and some white in it, and that's what we use for the trim and the headband. So it turned out very beautiful, and she did ask for us to use a 5mm hook. Now next time, because I'm working out being the very first one that I've ever made a little outfit, I'm so excited. I just want to add to her wardrobe. I might go up half a hook size. It does fit her quite snugly, the outfit, which is maybe the way it's meant to fit her, because the original clothes that she came in were quite snug on her as well. But I might just try a half a hook size up next time and see how we go. It's all about experimenting and having fun along the way. If I need to frog it, I will. But I'm not saying that I don't like the way it looks, but I might just try half a hook size because I am a very tight crocheter. So, but I am very happy. So yes, welcome to our little family, Dana. I can't wait to showcase her and her little outfits in the future. So she's, one of my finished objects. Well, her outfit is, and her little headband for this week. And then I'm not sure if you guys remember from my last podcast. Excuse me while I grab this, and I don't want her to fall down. I was making this bag. I'm actually going to use it as a project bag. It's got this bottom here where you do all the single crochet, so it's got it's nice underneath, because I like the ones that aren't flat all the time, so it actually sits nice when you put things in it. It is made using 2 Ogos. Oh, and by the way, it's the Sarah Satch Satch's tutorial and pattern, and it's called the, where have I got it here, the Scrap Happy Tote Bag. And she only released this about a week or two ago now, possibly 2 weeks ago now, and she actually used scraps for hers, but I have so many beautiful Ogos that I use 2 Ogos. And I made the strap a little bit shorter than I thought I would, but as Sarah suggested, it's actually a nice size to hang over your arm, and there's plenty of room, to dig in for your project, and your yarn and your little hooks and whatever else you need in there. So that's another finished object. I absolutely love it, and it's got such a nice sturdy feel to it. It's using single crochets and the treble cross stitch, and this is all US terminology. So there's your little handle as well, again all single crochets, just like the bottom. So it's a very simple and quick project, and a very useful one to make at that. So I'm very happy that I finished that one, and I'll be able to use it. Now, another little project that I've started, so these are my, I'll go into my whips, and then I'll go into another project. So one of my little goals for this year was I wanted to start learning how to make baby clothes. And of course, I've started, and one of the very first, look at it, oh my goodness, I just love it. It's a little doll, it looks like a doll dress, a little baby dress. So it is a pattern by Crystal from Bag O' Day, and this one is her 0 to 6 months baby dress tutorial number 375. Now I'll write all of this information that I'm giving you on everything obviously in the description box later. So what I've used to create this little one, and it is a very simple one to do. Again, it's double crochets, and then she does a double V stitch. It's so beautiful, and then because of the chaining in between, it creates this beautiful ruffle, and then eventually we will put a little button on top. The pattern wants us to do 7 rows. I'm at 6.5 at the moment, so I'm nearly finished with this, the little skirt part of the dress. But then I need to also add a trim. So we'll talk about what your thoughts are in a moment, and what mine are. See if anyone can come up with a decision, or help me make a decision which color I should use for the trim. So basically what I'm using for the purple is the 8-ply Marvel yarn. It doesn't actually have a color. It just has a color number, but it is a 100% acrylic yarn, and I am using my 5mm hook with it, which is what Crystal suggests that we use for this actual pattern. And it's a beautiful mauvey lilac color. I absolutely love this color. Now this is where I need some help, always. I need to make a decision. So Crystal actually trims it in a white. So this is, the Marvel yarn again, 8-ply, 100% acrylic. So all these yarns complement each other. So she has it in the white. I'm not sure if I want to do it in that. I actually was either thinking this one or this one. What do you guys think? Let me put them all up here. So it's either this, or this. Whoop. What do you suggest? I need to make a decision because I'm getting very close to the end. So if you would like to help me out, I would really appreciate it. So that's one of my little whips. This one is going quite quickly, like when you get started, after you've done the yoke, I guess that's what you call it, or the top little section of the dress. Then you create the ruffle. I'm just so totally in love with making this, so I can't wait to finish it. And then another whip that I have, and let me get my big sock here, keeping my yarn together. My son asked me last year if I could just make him a very simple black jumper just to wear around the house. And because it is black, all I'm doing is double crochets, and I am going to create the pattern from Bag O' Day, and this is one of her men's jumpers. I'm sorry, I don't have the details here, but I'll put it downstairs. But I have used this pattern before. So basically you crochet the front and the back together, leaving a space, like a opening for the neck, and then you seam it up the side, leaving room for the sleeves, beg your pardon, when you attach them, and then you create the ribbing and the sleeve ribbing and a little bit around the neckline. So this is what I have from the first ball. So I'm guesstimating I should go through at least 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 for the front and back panels, and then a couple for each arms. And I have had I've got about 7 or 8 balls aside for it. And all it is the Spot Saver USA style yarn. It is a 100% acrylic yarn. Oh, I can't speak. It is one, I think it's about a 10 ply, and I have been using a 6.5mm hook with it. Reason being, because it's black, and this is why I chose this very simple pattern, it just makes it easier for me to see. And it is, you know, the color that my son wants. So I'm very excited that I finally started this for him. I do have 2-3 months to get it, you know, finished. So I'm sure that I will achieve that. But I just thought I'd best get a start on that one as well. So that's my other little whip. Now, another little project that I'm working on that, you know, I've been talking about over the last week or so is I've joined Sam from Manfors Makes for her 100 crochet tile little cowl, you know, that was just quite, you know, accidentally we all fell into. She didn't want it to be that. But thank you so much, Sam and Mike, you know, for letting us join you and have fun along the way. I actually was watching their live this week, and I started making this week's tile. So let me show you what the tile is called in the book. So it's called the Compass Rose, and I really don't want to give you too much information and get in trouble, like the pattern. That's what theirs looks like, and this is what mine looks like. So pretty close. I am sticking to the same colors that I used last week, and I'll show you that one as a little reminder. So here it is here. Now, as you can see, mine is a little bit off center. I have to say that I did have a little bit of trouble with the center, but I persevered and I carried on, and I quite like that it's a little bit at an angle. I'm not at all upset that that happened. I'm just wondering how it happened. But because I found it a little bit tricky, for the very first time I've realized that I can actually refer to a chart to help me understand the actual written pattern, because these don't come with a tutorial. So I'm actually quite pleased that I have actually been able to do that. So I think I'm going to try even harder to learn how to use charts with written patterns, especially if there's a tutorial with it. So if I can refer to all three, it'll just make it easier in the future to be able to, you know, use any pattern anyway from anywhere, and not just be reliant on a tutorial, which I absolutely love watching videos, and that's how I've learned, and they are my preferable way to create things. But as I said, I've started to use the charts as well, not just the written pattern. So that's what this one looks like. And this is what the one from last week was like. So there's the two little friends. So when I overlay them, because eventually I'd like to make something with them, I figure that if I do another row on this one, it can grow to be the size of this one. So if any of the tiles are smaller than this one, because this can, or maybe some might be bigger than this one, I'll try to create, you know, little borders around them so that they can all fit together somehow. So there you go. That's this week's tile of the week. So thank you very much again, Sam and Mike, for, you know, inviting us all along to join you for that. Now, we also have our cowl for 2023, and March's colours, and whoever's doing the stitch sampler along with me, the stitch will be revealed this Saturday, the 4th of February. So this is where, you know, we're up to at the moment. So please keep a lookout, you know, for the next part. So that'll be March. So that's coming very, very soon, because today's Thursday. So in a couple of days, I'll be releasing that video as well. So speaking of our cowl, I'd like to showcase Sally's blanket. And then I'll showcase someone else's work too, which you'll absolutely love. So wait till you see this. Look at Sally's blanket, and look who's on it. That's her best friend, Suki. So let me tell you a little bit about the blanket, and then we'll talk about Suki. So just a little reminder, because Sally has sent us her blanket before, which we absolutely love. It's a starting chain of 210. She does 12 rows each month, and this blanket is being made with love for her 88-year-old mum who feels the cold. so it'll keep her warm. Now Silky, oh my goodness, which is Coco's new best friend, well, she's adding to her collection, lucky her and us, is a Westie Cross Bichon Frige. And she just had a birthday on the 25th of January and she's turned 6 years old. And Sally says that she's always by her side, keeping her company. How wonderful is that? So thank you, Sally, for sending us not only, your progress photo, but a beautiful photo of Silky. And we've been very lucky that Shirley has also sent us, excuse me, her shawl so that I can showcase it, and it's absolutely stunning. So this is Shirley's shawl, and the pattern is by Fiber Spider, and she's used the Ogo Colorama Halo. Look at the beautiful colors in that. I imagine how soft and warm that would be. And here is another picture of it so you can see what it looks like there. I'm actually going to look this pattern up, and I would like to make this as well. So I just like how it's not really, I don't think it's very, very long down the bottom. Sometimes some of the shawls we make the triangle is very pointy. So I think I will definitely be giving this one a go. So thank you so much, Shirley. And I think that we'd all just like to wish Shirley a very happy birthday, because she only had a birthday on the 1st of February. So hip, hip, hooray, Shirley. I hope you've had a wonderful day and a great year ahead. So we've had a couple of birthdays that we've celebrated, in the last week or two. So that's wonderful. So thank you for that. Now, the other thing that I'd like to talk to you about, and it's very exciting, I did touch on it in another previous video, but I did a whole video on it. If you haven't seen it, please go and see Crocheting for the Community. I just want to say how excited I am that so many of you have expressed interest that you will be jumping along, with me and, supporting this amazing little venture that we're going on. So we've got 3 months, February, March, April, to get as many winter items crocheted. And I have got a few friends that are making blankets, scarves and beanies. So as soon as they come to me, I will definitely be sharing them with you and thanking our friends that are doing it. But as I said before, the fact that you're all cheerleaders cheering me and everyone else along to get this project done is just amazing. So thank you once again. And I think that might just be about it. Let me have a look at my notes, because as always, I don't like to forget anything. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So at the end of the day, I need your help. Remember, which color will I team up with our beautiful baby dress? And I really do want to finish this one as soon as possible. So I've been working on that in my lunch breaks as well. So it's been keeping me busy. And I hope that I have a little bit more progress for you next week on my son's jumper sweater, because, it's very warm right now, but before we know it, it will be cooling down. So as always, I hope you're all very well and you've had some crochet time in. I can see Dana here in the corner, so I'll just bring her here. And please share with me what you're all working on, because it's always fun to know what you're doing, because it inspires me. As I said, Shirley sent me her shawl, and now that is one pattern that I will definitely be looking at, because it just looks so beautiful. And I'm very lucky that I do have a lot of cakes of yarn, the ones with all the different striping colors and things like that I can use, because that one looks like it's so beautiful. So I'll let you know if and when I make, well, not if, when I make it, I'll show it to you as well. And that's why I love it when you guys showcase your work with me. So Coco and I just want to wish you all a lovely week. As we know, it's nearing the end of the week again. The weekend is fast approaching. So whatever your plans are, I hope they're wonderful. Those of you that are doing our cowl, please don't forget on Saturday at some stage I will be releasing March's colours and the stitch of the month, so look forward to that. And of course I will try to get something else to you as soon as I can, because I just love hanging out with you guys and I really appreciate it when you hang out with us. So let me just pop Dana down. Coco is sleeping very quietly today, and that's wonderful. I think she's actually sitting where the sun's shining in here, so it's really nice for her to enjoy some vitamin D rays as well. So on that note, I'll wish you all a wonderful evening or good morning or good afternoon, whatever time you're viewing this video, and thank you once again for hanging out with us, and we shall see you all again very, very soon in another video. Bye bye everybody.